COVID-19. Of course, Ebola and this are not the same. Ebola is lousy. This is airborne. Corona is airborne. It's more contagious. And you have seen it, how it went into 24 countries, although it's small number of cases. In terms of potential to wreak havoc, the corona is very different from Ebola. Corona has more potency, virulence.
Meeting on research will provide us more information on this aspect of the outbreak that is most likely and requires more research.
Okay, sorry, I used the military word airborne. It meant to spread via droplets or respiratory transmission. Please take it that way, not the military language. Thank you.
Thank you very much for clarification. We will go back to the room as I have some questions. We'll start with Bodhi, then Stephanie, then Gunilla. Very short, one question, please.
President Trump participated in a Fox News town hall where he announced he wants to open the country up again by Easter. Why Easter? Because it would be beautiful to see packed churches for the holiday.
New York is now a cautionary tale for the rest of the world. There are nearly 15,000 cases in the city alone, around 30% of all the cases in the entire country. At this point, there is no sign they are slowing down. The city is desperately trying to brace for impact as hospitals groan under the strain. Today, the governor of New York State, Andrew Cuomo, sent out an SOS signal begging the federal government to send the thousands of ventilators the state will need.
This is not a joke, and I am not kidding.
Americans deserve the truth.
Let's get back to work. Let's get back to living. Let's be smart about it. And those of us who are 70 plus, we'll take care of ourselves, but don't sacrifice the country. Don't do that. Don't ruin this great American
you're basically
dream.
saying that this disease could take your life, but that's not the scariest thing to you. There's something that would be worse than dying.
Yeah.
The ventilators are different. We don't have them. The federal government does not have them either. No one has a stockpile of these. The federal government has to acquire them the same way we have to acquire them. I'm working with the White House in creative ways to acquire them, getting companies to ramp up, getting companies to retrofit other machines, this rolling deployment methodology, but nobody has them. I understand the Washington bureaucracy. I was there. The recoveries are recoveries. You get it. The people we've had, people who I know, they stay home for 2 weeks and they then test negative. You can test negative in 2 weeks, you can test negative in 3 weeks, you can test negative in 1 week after you have it. That is going to be the vast, overwhelming number of people. The biggest number, when this is done and we can actually go back and test, the biggest number is going to be people who had it, who resolved, who never knew they had it. That's going to be the biggest number. And the reason we want to get to that test is because then when you talk about restarting the economy, you have a test that says you, Andrew, were exposed to it in February, and by the way, you are recovered and you have the antibodies, go back to work.
So we have to do everything today using the available weapon to fight this virus.
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. Go ahead.
I
I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism, and the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast. I call it Concast. Let me just for whom you work. Let me just tell you something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works. It might and it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot. I also signed an executive order giving the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security the authority to activate the Ready Reserve components of the armed forces. This will allow us to mobilize medical, disaster, and emergency response personnel to help wage our battle against the virus by activating thousands of experienced service members, including retirees. We have a lot of people, retirees, great military people. They're coming back in who have offered to support the nation in this extraordinary time of need. And they come back in, they don't say how much. They don't say, what are we getting paid? They just want to come back in. It's really an incredible thing to see. It's beautiful. This afternoon, I also signed into law $2.2 trillion in urgently needed relief.
Given, as you heard from the introduction, that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations, I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena. There will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
You may have listened to this video already, but I want you to listen again. This time I have a little better sound, and I want you to pay very close attention to what he says. Pompeo says this is a live exercise. And what you'll hear in the background is Donald Trump say, "You should have let us know." So again, I'm going to let it play over a couple times so you can hear it. It's very interesting. Take a listen.
This is not about retribution. This matters going forward. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We need to make sure that we're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right. We're in a live exercise here to get this right.
Yeah, look at this wonderful woman who just told me to go F myself and mind my own effing business, who just bought the entire store of paper towels, toilet paper, so that nobody else can have any. It's really lovely. And I wish I had gotten her earlier when she was telling me to go F myself and mind my own effing business. But now she's being all calm because she knows she's going to be on everywhere. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, it's gonna go viral. Too bad I didn't get her when she was freaking out and yelling at me.
Why didn't you video inside the store? They sold it to me.
Yeah, I see that. It shouldn't be allowed, though. I hope you're not, like, gonna go sell it to other people. Don't worry, you'll see her on the street corner selling it for double in a minute. I know.
Can I get a box?
No, she bought it all from the store, and she thinks it's right and okay. And she told me to go F myself and to mind my own effing business.
God damn it. Wow.
This is what we get. I bet you she likes Donald Trump, too.
Donald Trump, go Donald Trump!
I knew it! Honey, I knew it, I knew it! I had you pegged right away. I had you pegged. I'm pathetic? I did not buy the entire Dollar Tree out of paper towels, toilet paper, and napkins for myself. And then told me to go F myself when I was just trying to get in the door and you knew I was looking at what you had. I hadn't even said anything to you and you freaked out on me. So obviously you know you're doing wrong. Disney would be not happy by the shirt you're wearing. You're not representing the Mickey Mouse Disney attitude. I just got to stay on with her because it was too funny. She literally is crazy. She bought the whole store of stuff.
I brought some numbers here. We lose thousands and thousands of people a year to the flu. We don't turn the country off, I mean, every year. Now, when I heard the number, we average 37,000 people a year. Can you believe that? And actually, this year, we're having a bad flu season. But we lose thousands of people a year to the flu. We never turned the country off. We lose much more than that to automobile accidents. We didn't call up the automobile company to say, stop making cars. We don't want any cars anymore. We have to get back to work now.
If you are healthy, there is not thought to be any additional benefit to wearing a mask yourself.
Hola, buenos días. Me cuesta transmitir mucho este mensaje, se me están cayendo las lágrimas. Me han llegado ya un par de audios en el que se está diciendo que personas mayores de 65 años les están quitando los respiradores en Madrid y las están sedando para que mueran, porque no hay respiradores para todos y se los quieren dar a los más jóvenes. Os pongo el audio, a ver si me puedo tranquilizar y después haré los comentarios pertinentes. Por favor, escucharlo y compartir este vídeo en todas las redes sociales. Tenemos un deber con esta nación y con nuestros mayores y no les podemos dejar morir de esta manera tan indigna. No podemos.
Bueno, la situación en Madrid, os la voy a resumir, es absolutamente dramática. Los políticos son incapaces de ver o no quieren ver lo que está ocurriendo. Hay una brutalidad de pacientes por enfermera y por médico. No hay material, no hay espacio, no hay respiradores. Mirad, a mucha gente, a muchos pacientes se les tiene que sedar y cogerles de la manita, porque la familia no puede estar a su lado, no puede estar con ellos ayudándoles a morir para liberar respiradores para la gente menor de 65 años. Así que chúpate esta, átate los machos, vete a trabajar con este panorama sabiendo que vas a tener que dejar morir a mucha gente, llora en tu casa, llora por la noche, vete a la mañana siguiente a trabajar. Esto es absolutamente demencial. Tienen que cerrar Madrid de una vez y tienen que dotar Madrid de material porque si no, no se va a poder frenar y no se va a poder contener la propagación de este bicho hijo de puta. Aquí va a morir hasta el tato, va a morir hasta el apuntador. Entonces, por favor, compartir, difundir, pero que esto se sepa, que se está eligiendo ya a quien no se intuba porque no hay respiradores. Entonces, o lo frenamos de una puñetera vez o nos vamos al hoyo todos. Y que os voy a decir de las medidas económicas, pero ¿cómo le va a importar a los políticos la situación económica futura de los autónomos si no les está importando una mierda la vida actual del personal sanitario? ¿Cómo se van a preocupar de la economía si no se preocupan ni de nuestras vidas? Esto es lo que hay, esto es lo que hay, aquí, esto es marica el último, pero marica el último no a nivel económico, marica el último literal, o sea, el barco se hunde, los hospitales están colapsados y aquí ya se está eligiendo quién vive y quién muere, así que compartid, divulgad y compartid con quien os dé la gana, y soy médico de la Comunidad de Madrid. Esto no es mentira, esto no es un bulo, esto es cierto, esto es lo que está pasando en los hospitales en la Comunidad de Madrid.
Bueno, escuchado este vídeo, tengo unos cuantos mensajes. Solidaridad. Hoy voy a ponerme en contacto con gente de China para que trasladen al gobierno chino, ya que han contenido la pandemia, a ver si nos pueden mandar respiradores. Como solidaridad. Otro mensaje de solidaridad que quiero pedir, que no se va a escuchar ni siquiera, porque no les importamos, como bien oís, es decirle al gobierno: señores, ustedes actuaron tarde, son los responsables de esta crisis que tenemos en España, sanitaria, económica y social. ¿No creen ustedes que sería justo que se quiten los sueldos durante el tiempo que esto dure, porque son responsables, y destinen sus sueldos a comprar más respiradores para evitar que estas personas estén muriendo? Porque lo que ustedes están cometiendo, directa o indirectamente, solo tiene una palabra: genocidio. Genocidio. Y tendrán que responder por ello cuando llegue el momento. Pues bueno, por favor, de verdad, se lo pido a todo el mundo: compartir este vídeo de una puta vez. No podemos dejar morir a la gente que ha levantado este país. Seguro que muchos de vosotros tenéis padres mayores de 65 años y no... sería una pena que murieran sin que estéis a su lado, sedados y asfixiados porque no han tenido un respirador. Manda cojones. Viva España y por favor compartir esto, que ya no puedo seguir porque no puedo contener más mis lágrimas.
The current recommendations regarding masks are that if you yourself are sick with fever and cough, you can wear a surgical mask to prevent transmission to other people. If you are healthy, there is not thought to be any additional benefit to wearing a mask yourself because the mask is not airtight and does not necessarily prevent breathing in of these viral particles, which are very tiny.
New York just got quieter tonight. As of 8 p.m., all non-essential workers across the state are mandated to stay home. This as the number of cases and deaths climbs again. New York State has more than 15,000 cases and 114 people have died. New York City has more than 10,000 cases and 99 deaths. And at least 1,800 people in the city are hospitalized with coronavirus, and 450 of them are in intensive care units. Governor Cuomo is now pouring more resources, focusing on taking care of the sick.
This is not a joke, and I am not kidding.
Mayor de Blasio says there should be no pickup games amongst non-family members, and the NYPD will enforce social distancing. Officers have already checked on hundreds of supermarkets and say they are mostly complying. NYPD Commissioner Dermot Shea says 98 members of his department have coronavirus. 70 of them are in uniform. There's double the amount of usual sick calls. But he says staffing is still okay and there's no need to go to 12-hour shifts. The mayor and governor want more medical help from the military as field hospitals are fast-tracked, including one at Javits Center with up to 1,000 beds.
To overcome this crisis with our own resources, that's right here. Now, I want to be 100% clear. That doesn't let the federal government off the hook in the least. I couldn't be angrier at the lack of response.
The power of the entire UN system.
A military convoy, truck after truck, piled in the back, victims of a pandemic nobody here was ready for. The bodies were picked up 150 kilometres away and taken to this cemetery. The country is running out of room to put its dead. Soldiers are overseeing containment measures with non-essential businesses ordered to stop all operations. It is not an easy decision, the Italian Prime Minister said, but it is a decision that prepares us to tackle the most severe moment of the contagion. Italy has passed another grim milestone, recording 793 deaths in a single day, the biggest there since the outbreak began, and almost 60,000 people now infected. In every major Italian city, there are document and ID checks. Cyclists, pedestrians, everyone must have a reason for being outside. Across the continent, European authorities are trying to contain the outbreak that is spiralling out of control. The Spanish Prime Minister did not mince his words.
Desgraciadamente, lo peor está por llegar.
The worst is yet to come, Pedro Sanchez said. The most damaging wave will push our moral capacity and strength as a society to the limit. After Italy, Spain is Europe's second highest coronavirus hotspot, more than 25,000 infected and more than 1,300 dead. Germany has 22,000 infections and 84 dead, and while France is treating almost 15,000 people, more than 500 have already succumbed to the outbreak. With the UK all but in lockdown, Boris Johnson begged the nation to stay home this Sunday, swapping flowers for Skype as Brits celebrate Mother's Day. He warned the coronavirus threat was real and could not be disguised or sugarcoated.
Hi folks, I want to bring you up to speed with something that's happening today, which is that I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus, that's to say a temperature and a persistent cough. And on the advice of the Chief Medical Officer, I've taken a test that has come out positive. So I am working from home, I'm self-isolating, and that's entirely the right thing to do. But be in no doubt that I can continue, thanks to the wizardry of modern technology, to communicate with all my top team to lead the national fight back against coronavirus. And I want to thank everybody who's involved. I want to thank, of course, above all, our amazing NHS staff. It was very moving last night to join in that national clap for the NHS. But it's not just the NHS, it's our police, our social care workers, teachers, everybody who works in schools, the DWP staff, an amazing national effort by the public services, but also by every member of the British public who's volunteering. Incredible response. 600,000 people have volunteered to take part in a great national effort to protect people from the consequences of coronavirus. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who's working to keep our country going through this epidemic. And we will get through it. And the way we're going to get through it is, of course, by applying the measures that you'll have heard so much about. And the more effectively we all comply with those measures, the faster our country will come through this epidemic and the faster we'll bounce back. So thank you to everybody who's doing what I'm doing, working from home to stop the spread of the virus from household to household. That's the way we're going to win. We're going to beat it, and we're going to beat it together. Stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives.
Outbreaks can bring serious upheavals, serious consequences to the world. It's not just a health security issue, or it's not a matter of somebody sick or, the number of people who are dead. It's a matter of political, social, and economic upheavals.
I tried so hard to send you this to get you to take a look at it.
And somebody was live streaming this on their phone. Can you tell me if that looks like there was something crazy about that video, or do you think that I mean, what do you think about that? That's what I want to know.
My gosh.
I think this virus is probably with us beyond this season or beyond this year, and I think eventually the virus will find a foothold and we will get community-based transmission, and you can start to think of it in a sense like seasonal flu. The only difference is we don't understand this virus. At least seasonal flu, we pretty much understand how it acts.
Should you wear a mask if you're healthy?
No, because I do see people feeling a need to go buy mask.
If anyone is thinking of taking any chances, just take a look at me. I'm in the intensive care unit. I can't breathe without this. They've had to sew that into my artery. I've got a cannula, another cannula, and a catheter. I'm actually 10 times better right now than what I was before. Please, none of you take any chances. I mean it, because if it gets really bad, then you're going to end up here. Okay? And I'm just going to fight this. So once again, don't take any chances.
Remember I was saying about the 1,000 graves? It started, this gentleman just said it now. So what are they doing then?
We've got 1,000 graves. We're doing when and when. So we're getting ready now. Well, not today, like.
So the council said that to you?
Yeah.
They've said that to you?
Yeah, council said that to you.
So is that where everything's getting ready now, yeah? Yeah. See, Cabs, I told you. You're getting ready for it.
Getting ready for drainage,
You're getting drained, everything ready over there?
Yeah, over there, yeah.
So will they just come overnight and bury you?
Can't take questions, I don't know all the answers to that one.
And it's this got to do with the coronavirus then?
Yeah.
See, boys, you heard it. Told you now. 1,000 graves, get ready. Look.
What are you guys doing here?
Putting a fiber optic.
What is it for?
For school.
For what though?
Just internet.
For what kind of internet?
E-text.
Does that have anything to do with 5G?
Yes.
So they're installing 5G here at this school? Do you know why they're doing it while all the parents are at home and nobody knows what's going on?
Well, this actually started since December last year.
Mm-hmm.
And this has nothing to do with what's going on or none of that.
Okay, so it's not being done behind our backs?
No.
Do you know that 5G is going to be very harmful for children and that cancer is going to skyrocket?
No.
What you're doing is going to harm a lot of children.
I hope not. I mean, I'm just a contractor for them, so.
I know. A lot of us parents are very, very concerned, though.
Yeah.
Maybe something you might want to talk about with your chain of command or something.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. You too.
Hi everyone. So this one really puts the nail in the coffin.
Alright, these cops are acting weird. How's it going? Question for you. Why are you writing my license plate down?
Any other questions you got?
No, I want to know why you're writing my license plate down.
Thanks for your question.
And why you're all standing around here. Why are there cops here at the school. What are you guys installing?
Any other questions?
No, you want to answer any of them?
No, I don't.
Why?
Because I don't have to. I don't want to.
Why are there 3 cops here that aren't even in
What are you
cop
doing over
clothes? I'm trying to
Are
figure
you
out
going
what.
to church?
I'm trying to figure out what everybody's doing at these schools.
Are you on private property there? Why are you parked in there?
That's a real deflective question.
It really is.
Why can't you answer any of
I
mine?
don't want to.
Because you're up
Why
to no
don't you
good,
answer
aren't
my
you?
question?
Are you trying to kill my kids?
I'm trying to kill your kids?
Yeah, what are you guys
You got some
doing here?
identification on you?
I don't think that
I think
matters.
we need to call some law enforcement over here.
I think
You're
we have
acting
some.
weird.
I haven't done anything wrong. I have rights.
You're coming over here asking weird questions.
Weird questions
Yeah,
that
weird
you won't
questions.
answer.
You think people are trying to kill you?
No,
and your
I
family.
don't. I'm questioning if you guys are installing 5G in this school. Because I have it on a good source that you are.
Okay.
And will you answer that question?
Nope, I won't.
You won't answer
Nope.
it? Okay. I'll make sure to share this record with
You
people.
go do that.
Thank you.
I got your plate.
Is that a threat? You have my plates?
I got your plate.
So you're what, gonna show up at my house and do something? I'm not afraid of you, man.
And you think you're recording and you think that's appropriate? Why are you recording this?
Because it's
Why are you
suspicious.
recording this?
Because it's suspicious. All right.
You think people are trying to kill you? and your
I
family.
think that you guys are installing 5G and it's very dangerous.
Okay.
And you guys are told to lie about it.
Stop recording me. You don't have my permission to record me.
Okay, this is a free
Stop
country.
recording.
Goodbye.
Stop recording.
I don't think so.
There you guys have it. I mean, if I didn't already prove it in my last video, now they are definitely, absolutely, without a doubt, installing 5G technology while you are all under lockdown for the you know what. Wow.
Careful who you cross, careful who you test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. Careful, I'm a lion, don't test my pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Got no limits, I got no fears. Only got my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. Smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, like smoke from a gun.